Welcome back to another ABE update. And as I sometimes say, I haven't gone anywhere. Still here. Then again, do any of us really go anywhere? This next communication is from Tuesday the 26th of July. Just one paragraph and I will get to it. Tuesday 26th of July 2022. The key now is to turn your attention away from alternative or idealistic ways and bring it here. For you see, home is here, is it not? And it is not any place other, for here, where your heart is home, you see? Steer away from alternative now. Open your minds, open your hearts to it being plain and simple and right here under your very nose. You only allow others by relational value, and this is in allowing your own. Activate not through simply ideas or scripture. This can and will be, but your heart is at a rhythm, is it not? At a beat, if you will. But you see, many a time you are but offbeat. You allow too much mind, and it is in the equilibrium. But hear this, some do but work not through mind, not through explanation, but through presence. But hear this, it is transferred only by allowance, of your own allowance being paramount in this exchange. You are not limited, for this is a flow, so long as you allow, for you are allowing consciousness this way. Sit for a moment now and allow. See where this does so affect you on your body here. You will then allow or see where you do not allow also. You will know, for you will feel it clear as day. Okay, in that message, again, these are just my comments on the messages, and they are not the end all or be all of the communications. So Abe says, it's time to turn our attention away from alternative or idealistic ways of thinking and bring it home, bring it back here, bring it back to the heart, i.e. our home, our rhythm. And steer away from all these idealistic or other notions and bring it back to being plain and simple right here under our nose. Very kind of English expression, right here in front of our very noses. We allow others by relational value by allowing ourselves. So it's a kind of, ABE is saying it's time to declutter. Don't rush off into complex kind of alternative schemes or idealistic thinking. It's time to kind of bring it back, take off all the baggage, make it simple, make it where we are, who we are, and activate not through ideas or scriptures, but where your heart is at rhythm. Ideas and scriptures, sometimes we can be running around chasing these wordy books and sacred texts even, or idealisms and the rest of the isms in the world, and we need to be a bit more simple right now, because we need to be, we are offbeat, says Abe. Offbeat is like out of resonance, out of frequency. And if our heart is offbeat, we're out of sync, out of frequency with our own rhythm. We're not in rhythm with our heart, which is signifying that we're not in resonance with a kind of home frequency, the frequency that we need to align with in terms of consciousness. Sometimes we are offbeat because we allow too much mind. Mind, not consciousness. Mind is intellect, and the intellect is a apparatus that the mind uses to kind of structure the world and structure our perception of the world. It's very useful, to organize how we can navigate through the world, but mind and intellect is not consciousness. And we need to find the equilibrium now. And Abe says, some do but not work through mind or explanation, i.e. rhetoric. They work through presence, by being there in the frequency consciousness. But this is only transferred by allowance. This consciousness, this resonance can only be transferred or transmitted to others if we are in allowance of it, i.e. if we can receive it and transmit it without polluting it, without maybe stamping too much of our personality upon it, or trying to define it or interpret it or own it. It's not our consciousness. It's a consciousness that we allow through us and to be flowing and transmitted to others. It's relational. It's not owned by us. You are not limited, for this is a flow. So long as you allow, you are allowing consciousness this way. I think that's an important sentence. I'll reread it again. You are not limited, for this is a flow. So long as you allow, for you are allowing consciousness this way. You see, Abe is saying there that the allowance is of consciousness, and it's a flow, and it's not limited. We limit it. We limit it by our notions of, owning consciousness. All that's our ideas or our opinions, and then we start to, mold it into something else that, that we want to own as our consciousness. But actually, the flow, the allowance is this consciousness moving through us and going out to others in relational value. Sit for a moment now and allow. Let's just do that. Take the time we can sit. Don't have to call it meditation, or don't have to try to visualize or do a mantra. Just sit and allow. We have to, I think, get accustomed to allowing things to flow through us. See where this does so affect your body here. Feel how the body reacts to this allowance, or try to become accustomed to how that feeling of allowance is, so we can recognize it. And also we can perhaps see or feel where we are not allowing, and to know that distinction can help us. For you will know, for you will feel it as clear as day. When we are in flow, when we are in connection with the consciousness, but not trying to steer it or stamp it with our personality, we will feel that. Things may happen around us in certain ways, as they say. When you're in the flow, things just go. So again, not a long message, but as always, compact and dense with a lot of information. So that was from the 26th of July 2022. Okay, and thank you. Until next time.